Good evening, my name is Victor Ramirez, and today I'll be doing the presentation on the country of Mexico. So the title of my piece is called Mi Cielito Lindo. So first I'll start with the introduction of Mexico. Okay, so with the introduction I'll be talking about my thesis, which is basically the three main focuses, which I will talk about: cultural information, general information, and contextual information. So why did I pick this country, you might be asking yourself? Well, I'll be letting you know with each slide as I go through. So first, let's move on to the general information. So the location-wise is going to be in North America. It's going to be right under the United States. This country has a kind of like a zigzag form, if you want to say. The main language that is spoken is Español Castellano, with many other native languages like Quetzal and other stuff, since it was Mexico's been built through different native groups, and throughout the Spanish Inquisition, which was taken, that's when Spanish became its main language over time. What type of what type of government it has is a free republic. It's gonna be basically kind of like the United States. They elect someone, but on the one thing that a different aspect would be like, instead of being a 4-year term, it's a 3-year term, and the re-election. So in total, it will be 6 years for a president if he was re-elected. That's one example. When it comes to climate, most of basically Mexico is either kind of like desert, jungle type of thing, depending on the area. It has really famous beaches, kind of like one example would be Acapulco, another would be like Baja California, Ensenada, which is a very popular tourist place in Mexico. The capital is going to be LDF. Some of the things that clothing that are basically native to will be like huaraches, huarapes, which are also kind of like blankets. There's also trajes de ranchero or mariachi suits, which is basically a type of clothing that is used to discuss. It's not discuss. It's used to sing mariachi music. One of the many idols on it is going to be like Vicente Fernandez. Another thing that we could talk about is going to be basically cultural food, basically like pan dulce, tacos, tortas, enchiladas, and many other very colorful or delicious foods. One thing that I noticed is the use of a lot of spicy items, which is a contribution of different countries like Europe and other countries under Latin America. Okay, so important celebration days are going to be like Dia de los Muertos, 16 de Septiembre, and many others. El Dia de los Muertos is one of the most popular ones. We have a movie named Coco that Disney produced, where it just shows that it's the day that we value those who have passed on, and we tell stories about them, and we put little altars and then put like candy schools and flowers and decorate the tombs. Most of Mexico is actually Roman Catholic. Not every section, but that's one of the main beliefs, which is another celebration will be the Dia de la Virgen. Okay, so now we're gonna move on to cultural information, individualistic or collective. Okay, so in that sense, Mexico is considered collectivistic. Why? It's because it's a family oriented. Even if you're not part of the family, you will be joined into this family, and then tend to be very caring for others. Verbal communication, it's very direct. They care a lot about hand gestures, eye contact, and many other aspects of that. Time oriented, they care about the now. They don't really care about more about the future. They care more about what's going to happen currently. Okay, so in addition, we're gonna talk about like music. Music, it will be like mariachi music and kind of like cumbias, banda, and others. Okay, now we're going to talk about contextual information. Okay, so power distance, they will always not argue back. They care about whoever's above, and they will listen to that person. Sex and gender roles. Mexico's very masculine oriented. They care more about the fact that the man's in charge and the woman tends to be more at home. I personally do not agree with that, but it's believed it's something that seems right for the men to be taking care of the family, and women tend to not go to school for that same reason. Fun facts: Mother's Day is celebrated on the 10th, while over here is on a Sunday. Changes varies. The Mexican flag is actually believed to be one of the most beautiful flags, and it has won awards. Vicente Fernandez is one of the most iconic idols in Mexico when it comes to mariachi music. In conclusion, I have told you guys the reason why I believe Mexico is such a great country, why everybody should visit. One is because great holidays, a very colorful very colorful place. The food is delicious, and it's some place that you will not get the same experience as many others. Thank you again, and have a great day.